Let's bring in the voice of the Bears, John Morris, who was there for this whole thing. John, it's kind of like a tale of two halves when you look at this game.
Yeah, very much so. And Baylor didn't help themselves. 21 turnovers, that's a season high in the game today. I think you can partly attribute that to, postseason jitters, first-time jitters. Coach Drew mentioned to us post-game, something I really hadn't thought of. There's a lot of guys on this team who are playing in the postseason for the first time because none of them, had that experience last year with the tournament being canceled. So hopefully they got that out of their system, and they'll need to play much better tomorrow against Oklahoma State.
13 of the 21 turnovers in the first half. In the second half, you see a Maceo Teague jumper, quickly followed by a stop, and then immediately Davion Mitchell hits a three. How big was that little mini run there in the second half to get this win for the Bears?
Yeah, that was the key. It really was. I mean, Kansas State did not go away, until the final buzzer, but that was big. And Baylor so many times this year has had a run where they just kind of kick it into another gear. And they had kind of a mini run right there with that. But it starts with the defense. You get a stop, you take advantage at the other end, and that was a huge part of this Baylor win.
You got to catch the end while you were setting up there in the T-Mobile Center of that Oklahoma State-West Virginia game. Likely and Cunningham will be in the lineup together for the first time in the 3 games between the Bears and Cowboys this year. How much of a difference will that make in how Scott Drew and his staff have to game plan for tomorrow afternoon?
Well, I think big. I mean, we played in Stillwater and no Cade Cunningham, no Rondell Walker. We played in Waco, no Isaac Likely, and now they will be, at full strength. Oklahoma State will be tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. I think it's a matchup that is like a Sweet 16 matchup, between these teams, and Cade Cunningham, the Player of the Year by the coaches, and Jared Butler, the Player of the Year by the Associated Press. So stars all over the floor, and I think it'll be a great matchup tomorrow.
To see, the guards in the Baylor lineup kind of struggle in the first half, and then Davion Maceo carry the flag into the second half. Jared's able to finish later in the game with 18 points of his own. How big is that, and what is the biggest adjustment you see that the Bears need to make heading into tomorrow afternoon?
Just got to take care of the ball better, and I think they will. They've got a really good – they lead the league in assist to turnover ratio. Well, today that was backwards today. I think 14 assists and 21 turnovers. So they know that. They've got to be better in that category. I think they'll learn from this and will be better in that tomorrow. But that's kind of the beauty of this team. If somebody's having an off day, there's 1 or 2 or 3 other guys that can pick them up. So it's helped Baylor to 22 wins in 23 games so far.
There's John Morris, the voice of the Bears, after Baylor gets its first win in the Big 12 tournament since 2016. Thanks, John.
You bet. Thank you, Kurtis.